YouTube, what's going on? Bombastic Bombman here today. Happy Thanksgiving to all my American friends, because today is Thursday, Thanksgiving, of course. But that is not very important as of right now. But today we're going to be ranking every Hollow Knight boss. So there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so there are 44, possibly more because I may have miscounted, boss fights, ranging from Grandmother all the way to Radiance. So we're gonna fight every boss today. I'm gonna give them a ranking on 1 to 10, and the factors to include are the music and the lore behind them, and of course the fight itself. So yeah, without further ado, like and subscribe, join the Discord server in the description below, and let's start this amazing Hollow Knight episode. Alright, so first on the list we have, of course, Grandmother, and Grandmother doesn't really have a lot of attacks, it's just 2 attacks, really, but, I mean, just 2 attacks, 1 damage, this is barely a boss fight, so, like, first playing the game, obviously you don't have anything, so I'm gonna give, and plus the music is used for a lot of the general boss fights in the game, so I'm gonna give Grandmother a solid 3 out of 10. Now, I'm gonna follow my Hollow Knight, charm, rating, so anything below 5 is bad, 5, 6 are mid, 7 and up, good fights, right? So, gonna give Grandmother here a 3, not a good fight to begin with. Vengefly King. Just 2 attacks, but it does summon Vengeflies to fight for it. So, a little new thing, but like, it's just really, I mean, it really only has 1 attack. Let's be honest. It does 1 damage. It's the same music as Grandmother, like I said, how they have a music for general boss fights, and just like that, he's gone. So I don't I'm gonna give it a 2, man. That's a 1 attack. Like, yikes, a solid 2, man. All right, the Brooding Moloch. Now this boss has 2 arms, and either side you go on, you know, it can obviously attack you. And it also spits out the acid during the fight, so it kind of adds more challenge, and especially when you fight the boss without any upgrades, adds more challenge to it. So, but when you're like, you know, me as of right now, you know, every item in the game, it's kind of hard to lose this guy. But he does have, like, what? 4 or 5 attacks. He has that acid spit, the jump, the claws. That's 3 attacks. But overall, an actually pretty solid boss fight. I'm gonna give it a 5 because there is some lore behind the boss fight, and it does use the general music. So, yeah. But you know, it has some lore behind the Brooding Moloch that it's the last of its kind, I believe. So, I mean, we just kind of killed it. Yeah, solid 5. On the list we have the False Knight. Everybody's almost considered first boss fight of the game. False Knight was Hagamol, well, the armor at least, was Hagamol's, which is one of the great 5 knights of the Hollow Knight, but it was stolen by one of the maggots, and I don't know what happened to Hagamol. I think he's dead, but overall the fight is pretty slow. It's not really too hard. And just like that, he's down again, and yeah, he's like dead already. So, like, I don't know. The music they use for False Knight is also used in the ones for the Watcher Knights, and that's it. So, I'm gonna give it a 4, because, man, it's not really exciting. You got 1 damage, man. It's like, yeah, you know, it's just, I'm gonna give it a 4. On the list we have the Failed Champion, which is basically just False Knight, double damage, faster, and more aggressive, as you see here. So, Okay, off the bat, I've already lost 4 health. So, yeah, no, this fight, opposed to False Knight, is actually more of my style. It's fast-paced, it's more deadly, which I know isn't a lot of people's favorite things, being more deadly fights. Again, it's the same music, same boss fight overall, same moveset too. It's just the shockwaves he makes are a lot bigger. So, overall, a decent improvement from False Knight. I'm gonna give Failed Champion a 6 out of 10. It's mid, but it's a good mid, you know? It's almost on the threshold of 7. So, yeah, a solid 6 for Failed Champion. Moving on to the next fight, we got Sister! Hello, Sister. Or, you know, Hornet. But Hornet is actually a really, really good, decent fight. You know, like, she has a diverse moveset with that one, which we get to use in Silksong, by the way. She has she can jump really high. She has this attack, which gets me a lot, surprisingly. She can do that. She has a diverse moveset. I don't know. The only thing I feel is kinda wrong with this boss fight is that she moves kinda slow, which gives, you know, the player a lot of reaction speed and what have you. But I think they made it so that she moves slow because it is a fight in Green Path, the second area of the game. But overall, I'm gonna give Hornet Protector a solid 6, in my opinion. The music is beautiful. The fight itself, it's a little bit slow and underwhelming. You could get it done in like less than 30 seconds. So, I'm gonna give Hornet a solid 6. What can I say, you know? Sister version 2, a lot faster, more moves, second phase. Like, I don't know. She has a bigger attack radius with that one attack. And this is more my style of fight. Faster, more aggressive. So, like, because it just kind of matches my playstyle. I like being fast, and we've already entered second phase where she places those little spike ball things. So, and again, the music is just, oh my god. Like, I could sleep to this music. And she also parries, which is amazing. Which is something I wish we could do. I mean, I know we could parry, but like, and there's the bigger radius of the that attack. So like, overall, dude, I'm gonna have to give Hornet Sentinel a solid 8 out of 10 because she is just so fun to fight. Thank you, Sister version 2, which is my same sister, but like, you know, a little bit harder of a fight. But like, overall, Hornet Sentinel, a solid 8 out of 10. Cause it's perfect. I realized that this was an actual boss fight. So I don't. You have 2 attacks. That's all you do. You just jump and. Like, bruh. That's a 1 out of 10 fight, maybe a 0 out of 10. Like, that's just not fun. The only thing it has going for it is just music, you know? Like, yeah, no, 1 out of 10 for a massive moss charger. Next up, we have the most disgusting boss on the list, Fluke Marm, which I really don't like fighting because it has ended multiple Steel Soul runs. But, like, you could actually kill Fluke Marm pretty fast with a Mist Shriek like that, and, you know, fight's over. She doesn't really do anything besides summon those Fluke Flies, and that's really it, you know? So, overall, I'm gonna give Fluke Marm a 2 out of 10. Nothing going for it, really. We have the Mantis Lords. A lot of you may consider the Mantis Lords your favorite fight in the game, and I really see why. A double boss battle in the second phase. They got a lot of moves too, so I mean, the music too is just really well done. So I'm gonna give this fight, hold on, We just gotta get through this fight, of course, because I'm such a pro gamer at this that I'll do it hitless. Watch. Calling it right now. Telling you, man. Hitless. Like, what can I say? What can I say? And of course, you gotta bow with respect after that fight. That was really nice. I'm gonna give Mantis Lords a 7 out of 10. The music's good. They have a good, diverse moveset, and they have a lot of good lore behind them. So yeah, Mantis Lords, solid 7 out of 10. Next up on the list, we have the Sisters of Battle, which is basically all 3 of the Mantis Lords at the same time. So when I first found this out in the Pantheons, I was like, oh my god, it's happening. So this fight overall, the Sisters of Battle, great music. Oh my god. The fight itself, oh my god, it's amazing. Like, and the entrance for the boss, like, you don't tell me that's cool, man. Sisters of Battle, all 3 Mantis Lords at once. I don't know, man. It's actually a really hard boss fight to memorize with all 3 of them at the same time. But once you get it down, the fight itself, not too bad, actually. I mean, this is just from me, like, about a year or 2 of practice right here. I mean, yeah, I know I'm a veteran in this game, but still, this fight still gives me chills, bro. And like, I've never done these guys hitless before, so like, that's like the furthest I've made it, I believe. So yeah, no, Sisters of Battle, I'm gonna give them a solid 8 out of 10. Actually, 8.5 out of 10. They're a solid fight. The music is really well done too. Congrats to Christopher Larkin for composing this soundtrack. Power respect. That was an amazing fight. 8.5 out of 10. Let's move on to the next fight. Most annoying boss fight up. We got the Oblobbles. I still haven't done these guys on Radiant difficulty just because of how much of a pain in the arse they are. Because look at this. Take one good look on Radiant, and you already know you are not doing it. You know, it's just you kill one, the other gets faster and more aggressive. Like, ow. Like, if I was on Radiant difficulty, I would have failed by now. You know, it's just not fun. Not fun at all. I don't like these guys. I don't like them. So, I mean, they have the very generic music, you know. I thought the generic music bad, but the fight itself, it's extremely boring. They only have 1 attack. You know, the Oblobbles, I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 5, a 10. Like, it's just not that interesting, man. I'm gonna be real with you. But the way you do get to them is more interesting than the fight itself. So, like, Oblobbles, 4 out of 10. Let's move on to the next fight. I once thought this fight was extremely boring, but then I realized it's a good paced fight, and he has a lot of moves. So, Hive Knight, it has good music too, I'm not gonna lie with you. Very B-like, I guess I could say. I don't know. Christopher Larkin did a good job, like I said, composing the soundtrack for this game. You could hear the honor in the music, so... And just like that, we have won. So, I'm gonna give Hive Knight a solid 6 out of 10. It's a good fight. The music is good. There's just not a lot of lore behind it. So, yeah, no. Solid 6 out of 10 for Hive Knight. Next up, we have the Lost God of the Abyss, the Broken Vessel. Or, you know, sibling! Okay, Broken Vessel is one of my favorite fights in this game. The music! You can hear the despair, the dread, the sadness. The attack... Okay, hold on. The attacks really show that it has no clue what it's doing, you know? Like, unlike Ghost, who knows what it's doing, Broken Vessel is just infection, you know? It's not living. It's just flailing around. And that adds to the lower side of Broken Vessel. So, yeah, no, like, the music is really, really sad. You could hear the despair in it. It's, so well done. Again, Christopher Larkin did an amazing job with the music. And this attack, a lot of people have trouble with that one. And of course, the ending. He reaches out, or it reaches out, and dies. What a way to go for our sibling. A solid 7 out of 10, folks. I can't say anything less than that. Let's move on to the next fight. Next fight, we got Lost Kin, which is basically Broken Vessel, but honestly better. Same music, it's just, it is just so aggressive. And of course, we got the infected balloons. Now, for this fight, I will say this, you want to stay on the ground. Don't go in the air too much, and don't be like me, who goes straight into them. So, yeah, no, this fight, you want to stay on the ground. Like, he's very aggressive. It's very aggressive, sorry. It's just, I don't know. They did this fight perfectly. And like, when you kill Lost Kin, and obviously you got that interaction with Broken Vessel's ghost, it's just, it adds to the lore, you know? It's sad. It's very, very, very sad. So, man, I don't know. I think I might have to give Lost Kin a 9 out of 10 so far. It's just, I don't know. Lost Kin has an amazing fight, amazing soundtrack. I'm just overall very, very well done. So I'm gonna give Lost Kin a 9 out of 10. A very, very fun fight, and I always fight this boss whenever I'm given the chance. Let's move on to the next fight. Creepiest boss on this list, we have Nosk. Now, if you don't know, you can easily cheese Nosk, and there's no lore behind him, but the soundtrack is really well done. Adds to the fear. You can easily cheese Nosk just by going on the side right here, this little ledge, and you could easily just kill him, man. It's sad. And like, for even this, you just stand here, you don't even get hit, you know? I don't know, man. Nosk's fight, it was supposed to be good, but you can cheese it so easily, which makes it so easy to, like, win, not lose. But the music, once again, very well done by Christopher Larkin, so I'm gonna give Nosk a 5 out of 10. Very solid fight, overall, and, you know, I actually really enjoy fighting Nosk, except, you know, he's very easy to cheese, so, like, 5 out of 10. Next up on the list, we have what people would call Nosket, which is basically sister version of Nosk. And I like how they brought this one back, you know, the whole transformation. But basically, sister version of Nosk over here. It's basically just Benchfly King and Nosk. There's not a lot. I'm gonna be real with you. Except, you know, when it goes on the roof and does that one attack. So, overall, I gotta give Nosket a, I don't know. I'm thinking hard about this one. I mean, I'm getting my butt whooped over here, but, like, I'm thinking. You know, I'm thinking. Alright, now that the fight is over, honestly, I'm gonna give Nosket a 4 out of 10. Kind of a downgrade. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, yeah, no, 4 out of 10 for Nosket. Not really that fun of a fight. It's just Benchfly King, but reskinned and given a new name, you know? So, like, 4 out of 10 for Winged Nosk. Let's move on to the next fight. Next up on the list, we have the one and only, the Collector. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one. I don't really like the Collector. He's an easy fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can... He's really easy to kill. It's just not too interesting. I'm gonna be real with you. But, I mean, there's a lot of theories about what it is. I know it's a void construct, just we don't really know what it is. And that's the thing that kind of freaks me out. Because I don't know what this thing is. And if it came from the void, God knows what it was doing before all of this, you know? There's not a lot of lore behind it, besides the fact that, you know, it collected the grubs and put them in the jars. So, like, I'm gonna give the collector a 5 out of 10. I know, higher than Winged Nosk, surprisingly, but I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It's not really a good fight, it's just that it's a good concept, you know? So, 5 out of 10. It's a forgettable boss fight, God Tamer. Literally so easy to win this fight. All you gotta do is hit the giant beetle thing. I don't know what this thing is. But, I mean, it's very easy to win this fight, like I said. This is all you gotta do. And that's it. Literally all you gotta do. Literally all you gotta do. I wish there was more to this fight, I really do. They had a lot of potential. But, you know, that is the whole fight. 3 attacks. Barely any damage. The music, though, is kind of good. So, I'm gonna give God Tamer a 4 out of 10. Man, it's just so forgettable. But, yeah, let's move on to the next fight. We have the Crystal Guardian, which you fight in the Crystal Peak, of course. So, this fight, overall, it's very easy. Like, already. I would have done that hitless if I didn't get hit by that laser there. And, you know, just like that, it's over. Barely a minute. Crystal Guardian, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10 also, because, like, it's just so easy to win, you know? We have the Enraged Guardian. Smaller space, double damage, the same attacks, though. So, I don't know. It's probably just as easy. Yep. Probably just as easy. I'm also gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Enraged Guardian, not much difference, just a damage change and that's it, you know? Yikes. Yeah, 4 out of 10. Up on the list we have Uumuu, which a surprising amount of people actually struggle with. I didn't think y'all would struggle with Uumuu. Like, I mean, I know I used to struggle with Uumuu back during my speedrunning days, but like, I'm gonna show y'all how to actually correctly kill Uumuu. So like, you know, since Squirrel is dead, we gotta wait for these things to pop up. And I just ruined that. Alright, well. Like that, right? Right? Now, this fight is just really an endurance test. There's not much danger. And just like that, we won. Yep. That's the whole fight. Now, that is the whole fight. I know. Very lackluster. I'm gonna give Uumuu a 3 out of 10. Not much lore behind it either, so yeah, no, Uumuu is a 3 out of 10. Next up on the list, we have the one and only, the Traitor Lord, who I've done hitless like 3 times on stream. It really shows you who's the best at this fight. But, yeah, no, Traitor Lord is actually a really decent fight, I'm not gonna lie with you. It does double damage with its attacks. Well, his attacks, actually, but... And just like that, he's dead. He has some good lore behind the fight, too, so I'm not gonna lie with that. But overall, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Traitor Lord's not too hard, but it's also not a bad fight, so... Yeah, no, 5 out of 10 for Traitor Lord. Let's move on to the next fight. Who else but him, the Grey Prince Zote, of course. Alright, let me read this out. The invincible, fearless, sensual, mysterious, enchanting, vigorous, diligent, overwhelming, gorgeous, passionate, terrifying, beautiful, powerful Grey Prince Zote. There's not a lot of lore behind Grey Prince Zote, but the music, the fight, oh, it's actually really, really well done for how goofy it is. So, the Grey Prince Zote gave me a lot of trouble on. He gives a lot of trouble during the Pantheons as well, because he does double damage. But for this fight, you just want to stay focused, you know? During that attack, when he goes through the floor and comes back, that's when you want to do Descending Dark or Desolate Dive. Either one you have. For the iframes and damage, of course. And you just want to stay on your toes. Don't stay above him too much, except when he does his attacks, you know, and the shockwaves. He does a lot of shockwave attacks, so you're gonna be in the air a lot of the time during this fight, so yeah, no, just be ready for it. Just gotta be fast on the reaction speed as well. And just like that, the Grey Prince has fallen. A very, very good soundtrack, by the way. I love it. So yeah, no. Grey Prince Zote, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's actually a really fun fight. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for the Grey Prince. Let's move on to the next fight. I really should consider a boss fight the Soul Warrior. Like, hold on. I don't know why this thing is even here. Like, I did that without getting hit. Like, this isn't even a boss fight. It's just a normal enemy. You fight them like 3 times in the main game, so like, it's not a boss fight. It's literally not. It's just a fight, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10. Next fight, let's go. A lot of people have trouble with this fight, but I do not. The Soul Master. Soul Master is actually a really good fight once you learn the mechanics of it. But the only thing is that he teleports, like, a lot. So you just gotta be on your toes, you know, ready to jump or evade at any given moment. Especially during that second phase. So, yeah, no, the first phase, it's very chill, you know, it's not too much going on, and we're in the second phase. But during his first phase, not too much going on. A lot of, like, dodging during second phase, however, considering this. But there is this strategy that I picked up, so, you know. And like that, he is eliminated from the boss list. Anyway, I'm gonna give Soul Master a 5 out of 10. It's not that bad of a fight. There is a lot of good lore out behind Soul Master, and the music is not too bad. It matches the aesthetic, I guess I could say. So yeah, 5 out of 10 for Soul Master. Let's move on to the next one. Let's fight Soul Tyrant, which is basically Soul Master, but harder. And this is the fight I strive for. Very well done. And, you know, it's actually really good. Because it gives you more lore, it's faster, it's more high stakes, I guess you could say. Even though if you die, you can literally retry. Even in Steel Soul. So, like, overall, this fight, honestly, it's not so bad. I like it. It's just, you know, it's the same thing as Soul Master. They don't increase his damage by any. They just increase the shockwave, the speed he goes and attacks at. And, you know, this attack, which they increased the amount of orbs he spawns. So, like, overall, I don't know. They did him justice in the Soul Tyrant mode, I feel. I feel like it deserves a 6 out of 10, which it's definitely getting. It's Soul Tyrant, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 of a rating. But the second phase is really the same thing, just sped up. So, like, there's not a lot different in second phase, honestly. It's the same thing, like I said, just sped up. So, that kind of makes it, like, less worth the boss fight value, honestly. And, I don't know. 6 out of 10 is definitely what this boss gets, if he would, you know, go down. There we go. Don't know why that took forever, but definitely a 6 out of 10 for this fight. And again, I could use the same strat here. Like, and he's done, just like last time. I don't know, 6 out of 10 seems perfect for this fight. It's not too much of an upgrade for Soul Master, it's just faster. with no new attacks. So I'm gonna give Soul Tyrant a 6 out of 10, and let's move on to the next fight. We got the happiest boss on this list, the Dung Defender. My brother absolutely loves this fight, and I see why. It's a good fight. It's very upbeat with the music. And I enjoy fighting Dung Defender, honestly. Or, you know, or Grimm, I think his name is. But I do like Dung Defender. It's a good fight. But White Defender, definitely a good fight as well. Now, for Dung Defender, you can, you know, use Desolate Dive or Descending Dark to get him out of the floor, to stop him from doing that one attack when he comes up, you know, does his little attack there. But I'm gonna give Dung Defender a 5 out of 10. It's a good fight. There's a lot of good lore behind it, and the music is really good as well. So yeah, no, Dung Defender, 5 out of 10. Let's move on to the next fight, shall we? The embodiment of loyalty and armor, the White Defender. Did I say armor? I meant honor. The White Defender, practically Dung Defender, but just better. Honestly, they give him a new attack, increase some. That's the new attack, by the way. They increase some attacks, speed, but they didn't increase the damage overall, which made me sad. This is definitely a double damage boss fight. So yeah, no, White Defender is definitely the embodiment of loyalty, because man, and this attack right here, watch that. There you go. That's just so epic. I love that so much. And of course you got this phase that you cannot bring him out of the floor to stop him. So, dude, I'm gonna have to give White Defender. And the music, oh my god, the music is beautiful, man. Dude, the music is beautiful. Again, Christopher Lockett did such an amazing job with the soundtrack of this game. So I'm gonna give the White Defender an 8 out of 10. The fight, the lore, the music, it's just perfect. 8 out of 10 for this boss fight. Let's move on to the next one. The Watcher Knights. These guys are surprisingly easy. They only have 2 attacks. The only problem with them is the amount of health they have. Well, I mean, at the time it was, but not anymore. It's just the fact that there's 2 of them during the fight. That's literally the only problem. But you know, it adds the difficulty. So like, I like it. I mean, they don't really do a lot. Or do they have 3 attacks? They have that attack. Okay, they have 3 attacks. My fault. They have the attack where they use their nail, that jump attack, and Sonic the Hedgehog. So yeah, no, overall, it's pretty simple. It's just, you gotta be aware, you know, of the 2 that spawn during the fight. And of course, in the base game, you could kill one before even getting into the fight with that chandelier, which I do like that they implemented that. It's a good little addition. So overall, I'm gonna give these guys a 5 out of 10. A good fight, good replayability too. So yeah, no, 5 out of 10 for the Watcher Knights, because not too bad actually. They're really fun to fight. So yeah, no, 5 out of 10. I don't know why I clicked Ascended when I said when I saw noise, but no why. It's probably the most annoying Dream Warrior to fight. That's why, and this is why I did not want to do Ascended, because like this very, very problem I have. She teleports as soon as you hit. Watch. Yep. I just dislike this fight so much, because they don't even have music. They just have her singing like that. What is it? What is this? What is this? What first I'm at a loss for words, bro. I think. Bro, you cannot make this up. This is the worst time. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. No man. That was terrible. I hated that. Why did I click ascended? I mean, I still did it, because, you know, I'm him. But, like, the music? Scary. Which is what I think they were going for her. Not a lot of lore, obviously, but, like, I'm gonna give her a 4 out of 10. Maybe a 3. Actually, I'm gonna give her a 3 out of 10. This is not that fun to fight. I don't look forward to her fighting no eyes in the Pantheons or in the main game at all, so, like, 3 out of 10. Our next fight on the list is none other than Marmu. The ping pong. Ping pong. Ping pong? What did I say? I don't know. I don't like fighting Marmu. Alright, it's just too bouncy. I don't like it. Don't like it. Too bouncy. I'm gonna give Marmu a 4 out of 10. It's better than no eyes. And that's what matters. So, nah. 4 out of 10. It's... Yikes. I don't... Marmu, what do you want me to say? The most bland Dream Warrior is 0. I don't... The guy is really bland. So, yeah, I don't... He doesn't really do anything. He just floats, does that. Wow, second phase. Oh my god. Oh my god. And, you know, he's in. There is a little bit of lore behind him that he, you know, betrayed the king when he became infected. So, like, I'm gonna give 0 a 4 out of 10. Not very interesting of a fight. It's very, very boring. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's very fast as well. So, like, yeah, no, 4 out of 10. Worst fight to ever exist in all of Hollow Knight. Markoth. Nobody likes fighting Markoth. I know literally nobody that's like, oh yeah, I'm so excited to fight Markoth. You know, like, I look forward to that fight every time I'm in the Pantheons. I know literally nobody that likes Markoth. So I'm gonna give Markoth a straight 2 out of 10. I like it. The fight itself, it's very, very challenging, especially when you remove the floor, which, who thought of that, you know? But I'm gonna give Markoth a 2 out of 10. It's a good fight, it's just nobody likes Markoth. So, yeah, let's move on to the next one. We have the one and only Galen the American Alien, which is what I like to call him, because, well, it rhymes. But, no, Galen, very simple fight. It's not too hard, actually. And just like that, we're done. You could probably do that Radiant very, very easy. In fact, that was literally only 24 seconds. That whole fight. Maybe even less. I'm gonna give Galen a 3 out of 10. There's really nothing. You know, it's just... Yeah. The Great Mind! Gorb! The one and only. Now, Gorb has, like, 3 phases, you know, this is the first phase, just 1 set of spikes and then 2, second phase, which is 2 sets of spikes, and then obviously, third phase has 3 sets of spikes, which is not too difficult to dodge. There you go, see? Now, there's, like, no lore behind Gorb. There's a Gorb. So, like, God knows the lore of Gorb. It could be like a world superpower and we wouldn't know it. So I'm gonna give Gorb a 2 out of 10. The fight itself is just really bland in a gameplay perspective, but yeah, no, 2 out of 10 for Gorb. Let's move on to the next one. Which is 2 attacks, and this is probably the most like annoying fight ever because it just takes so long to fight over here. He teleports across half the battle plane, I guess you could say. And you know what? It's just boring. Very boring, because, like, as soon as you get out of attack, straight into it again. I hate it. Again, like... Oh my... Bro. And he's done. Yeah, no, I don't know why that fight is like that. I don't like it. Anyway, I'm gonna give Elder Hero and also a 2 out of 10, mainly because it's just not that interesting. I'm gonna be real with you. And there's a little bit of lore behind him, but it's just not that interesting. So 2 out of 10 for L2. But let's move on to the next fight. We got Nail Master, Oro, and Motto. The Band of Brothers. It's a strong one, I'll tell you that much. Ow. Look at that. Brothers always fight together. Brothers Oro and Motto. A very, very fun dual fight. I enjoy fighting Oro and Motto a lot, actually. They're similar attacks, just you can definitely tell which one's which from their special attack. This is Motto. Oro is the one that's on the right side of the screen. So usually Oro goes down faster than Motto does. I'm not really sure why, but if you focus on fighting Motto, then Motto will definitely go down first. So Oro just went down there. And that is the lowest I've gotten in any of these fights so far. So Oro and Motto, I'm gonna give them a solid 6 out of 10. It's a fun duo fight, and it's very challenging if you don't know the attacks they have. So yeah, no, Oro and Motto, 6 out of 10. Let's move on to the next one. Shio himself, the 3rd Nail Master, but now Paint Master. But I do like this fight because, well, I just parry that. He has 4 attacks, and you can tell which attack he's gonna do by the color of the paint of the brush, which is a small little detail that's not really helpful, but it's a nice detail to know, you know? You should know what attack he's gonna do, definitely, by the, how do I say this? By the way he, like, attacks. Thank you. But, for instance, that yellow attack, or yellow paint attack, whatever you call it, he would, you know, like, wind it up for a second or two. So, yeah, no, it's very easy to tell what attack he's gonna do. It's a very fun fight. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 as well. Let's move on to the next one. With the biggest weapon, the Great Nail Sage Sly. I don't know how this tiny man is able to use that big of a nail, but you know what? Hey, it's cool. That, and I'm pretty sure Ghost is the next Nail Sage to exist, or the next Nail Master, actually. Because Ghost, it mastered all of the nail arts easily, so if that doesn't tell you that Ghost is more than qualified to be a Nail Master, then I don't know what does. Because he's qualified for all 3. All 3 which Mr. Sly here uses. So, I feel like Ghost is on par to the Great Nail Sage, considering we can literally beat Nail Sage at his own game. It's just some things we can't do, because, you know, well, not a bug like him. We're just the best one. So, overall, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna give Sly a 7 out of 10. Very fun fight. Thank you. And we're the same height, kinda. I'm a little bit taller. So yeah, no, I'm gonna give Nail Sage Sly a 7 out of 10. Very, very fun fight. And as you see a little to the right, you know who's next. So, get ready for this. Mighty God of Nothingness. The chosen vessel from the abyss. The pure vessel. Need I say more that this fight is astonishingly great. The music, the atmosphere, the damage, because I'm doing this on Ascended, because I really wanted to. This is the second to last boss in the Pantheon of Hollow Nest. So right after this, you fight Absolute Radiance, which is just absolutely wild. Nerve-wracking, to say the least. Because it absolutely is nerve-wracking. And before I do anything, you know I gotta retain the title for the Pure Vessel No-Hit champion over here. Alright, well, hold on, give me a second here. Don't lie when they say persistence is key, because that took around an hour to do for some reason. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm very proud of it though. Pure Vessel? Dude. 10 out of 10 fight. Lore, music, fight, everything. I'm very, very exhausted from that, by the way. Man. That was amazing. Anyway, moving on to the next fight, we got Grimm, the trope leader. So, yes, I forgot this music. And now to seek to a 10-year call. Dude, just, oh man, Grimm's music never gets old. I'm telling you that right now. Such a good fight. But I personally prefer Nightmare King over normal Grimm. Because, like, god damn, this music goes hard. Hard for no reason, I'm telling you. The music goes so hard, bro. Oh my god. And Grimm is just such a diverse character. He has a lot of moves he can do. And if you didn't know, each one of these times he does this attack... Oh, hold on. God damn! Each one of the times he does his pufferfish attack, it means his health has decreased by 25%. So, obviously, 120, 75, 50, and then, you know, 25, and then, you know, the fight has been ended. But... I'm telling you this right now, Grimm has the best soundtrack in the whole game of Hollow Knight. I don't care what anybody else says, but Grimm has the best soundtrack. Because, like, dude, the hard rock element combined with Christopher Larkin's... it's so amazing. And this fight is even better on Nightmare King Grimm, so, like... Man, I'm gonna have to give Grimm a solid rating of 8. The fight, the music, the lore. Man, perfect fight. I'm gonna give it an 8. Let's move on to the next fight. And not too far ago, I actually killed the Nightmare King hitless on stream. So, yeah, no, that was certainly something. And it's still fresh in my mind, the fight, so... I mean, this fight, oh man, it is something else, I'll tell you that. The music, the intensity of the fight is just perfect. Alright, we're at 75% health now, so... Okay, I don't know why I jumped there at all. That was stupid. You hear this music? Oh man. Whenever I fight Nightmare King Grimm, the music always gets me so hyped. Alright, 50. Halfway there. Oh, this music, bro. It is perfect. And I can get that. And he's like the third boss, or third final boss on the Pantheon. So fighting him is high stakes in Pantheon opponents. Oh man, 25%. So good! Oh my god. I just can't get over the music of the fight. It is so good. And just like that, Grimm has been eliminated. Oh man, the music is just perfect, man. I'm telling you. It is so well done. I love it. A solid 10 out of 10. What can I say? Good fight. Let's move on to the final fight of Hollow Nest, the forgotten god of light. The reason the night lives in all of its siblings, sorry. The Radiance. The absolute Radiance. The final fight of Pantheon of Hollow Nest. This fight took me so long, and I'm still bad at it. So, I don't know. Do with that information what you will, right? But like, this is gonna probably take me like a couple attempts. I don't know how I dodged that. Nah, Radiance is probably gonna take me like a couple attempts. Yeah, see? You know, out of every fight in Hollow Knight, the Radiance is definitely the hardest fight. Like, right above. Well, Absolute Radiance is definitely the hardest fight, right above Pure Vessel and Nightmare King Grimm. But, I'm not gonna lie with you when I say this, this took me around 2 hours to do this whole video with editing and fighting, because it took me around an hour to do Pure Vessel hitless. Like, another 20 minutes to fight Absolute Radiance. And the thing about Absolute Radiance is that she has so many attacks to memorize, and so many things happen in the battle. It's very hard to keep track of, which is why I tend to get like overcomplicate things for myself and end up like running into some of her attacks straight on, because I straight up lose focus. And after that 1 hour of Pure Vessel no-hitting attempts, I got all my energy drained from me, so yeah, no, it's been quite a day, a Thanksgiving day for me. And man, the lore of the Radiance is just fascinating. A god forgotten by the very people she created. Like, what a vengeful ghost, I guess you could say. And wow, it just, even this climb that I recorded was the most brutal thing of this whole fight. I mean, I think it's genuinely the most brutal part of all of her fights. It's just that the climb, if you're not careful, is the most brutal part of the whole thing. and I somehow ended up beating her with 1 mask left. I don't know how I did it, but I did, and I'm very proud of it, because there's not a lot of chances that this actually happens, nor are the chances slimmer that I actually caught it on camera, so at least I could say I did it. But no, I'm very happy with how this video turned out, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. And like I say in the end of the video, regardless of how many times you may got knocked down and, you know, may want to quit, don't give up, because deep down inside, you can do it. Every boss has been killed. Some better than others, like Pure Vessel. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you did enjoy today's boss ranking video. I'll catch you in the next one, and happy Thanksgiving to all my American fellows, and anybody else that celebrates it, so, yeah. Bombastic Bombman here, signing off for the holiday. Catch you next time, and, most likely see you during December, so, stay bombastic, and always remember, you may be stuck somewhere in your life, but it's important to never, ever give up. Stay bombastic.